Hey everyone, we're going to be doing final preparation before the car goes away for painting. So welcome to today's episode, and yes, we finally made a decision as to which way we're going to go with the car. It's been not traumatic, but it's certainly been a challenge thinking whether I'm going to wrap the car or whether I'm going to paint the car, being back and forth. But really, when you think about the car, it's a salvage car. It's going to be a very difficult sell to try and sell a salvage car that's also wrapped. Plus, I've got a potential buyer for the car, and they will prefer the car to be painted. So with that in mind, that was enough of evidence for me to really get the car painted rather than try to wrap it. Fortunately, I found a really great garage, another painter, a body shop as well, so he does the whole lot, and he's going to paint the car for just slightly more than the wrap, which was really the final nail in the coffin in the wrap. So it's a shame really, because I was really looking forward to going down that route, and we will go down that route. So Wraptastic, we will be visiting you at some point, but I think we just need to have a car that deserves to be wrapped, and that wrapping is going to enhance it. And with this type of car, it has to be painted. So that's what we're going to do today. So today's chores is to get the car ready for final painting. The car is going to be collected at some point. I've got someone who's going to collect the car and take that to the body shop. So now what I have to do is just do that final preparation. So we are going to fit the window, so the near side window that needs to be fitted. I'm going to see if the electrics work, so the windows go up and down. That's going to allow for an easier job for the painters. I'm going to do a test fit of the wings. Need to make sure that the wings, when they're painted, that they are in line, so we don't have to do any alteration. And then I'm going to take the passenger seat out of the car so that we can put all the bits in the car, including the bumper, so that when the pickup truck comes and collects the car, everything's installed and they can just pick the car up without having any loose bits. And that way, when it comes back, it's going to be all inside the car rather than outside. So a lot to be getting on with, so let's get on with it. Okay, so first job of the day, we're going to fit the door card on the driver's side here. So what we'll do, we'll get the driver's side door card fitted, and what we want to do is we want to test the window. So we want to see if the window goes up and down, and also we want to see if we can get the regulator on the other side over there. We want to see if we can get that to work as well. So by this side here, we should be able to get both sides going up and down. And we're only going to soft fit the door. We're not going to permanently fix the door, because I want them to be able to paint it. I'm going to have to paint all the way around here, and the only way to do that is to make sure that that's loose. So let's crack on and do that now. Okay, so door is now connected up, and we have our window working absolutely fine, which is great, brilliant. That's exactly what we want to see. So now what I want to do is I want to take the car outside, and then I'm going to fit the window on the other side, get that attached, and then hopefully that will work as well, go up and down, and that will be it. But I think we're going to have to connect the door piece up. Well, we will need to connect the door piece up for it to work, but once that works, we can get that window up. That means the car will be ready to be collected, and we can just do the last piece, which is just to fit the wings and then make sure that they line up flush with the body, or as flush as they can before they get painted. So let's go and take this car out, but first I need to move the beast of the TT. So let's get him moved and we can get this other car out. Okay, so with the car outside now, we should be able to now fit the glass on this side, this door here, and that would mean we're also going to fit, we're going to plug up the power so that we can get that back in place, and that way the door should go up and down. And that'll be it. Window back in means we can seal the car up, and then the car can be ready to be collected. Then we're going to do a temporary fit on the wing, and I'm going to try and get it in as close as I can while I've got it in this condition, and then hopefully that will be ready. That'll be the final piece that we need to do. So let's get this door, there's a glass in place, and let's see if we can get the electrics, confirm that the electric windows work on this side. Okay, so we've run into a slight problem here. So I've got those two doors are working fine, no problem there. However, this door isn't. So this door, whoops, is refusing to go up. I have a hunch it might be that unit there. Let me just put this in back. I think it might be this unit here. So what I'm going to do, I've got a spare one. I'm going to swap it out and see if that's the case. So if it works, then we know it's definitely that unit. So let's let me take that off now, and then we'll come back. Okay, so these are the two units. This is the one that I've just taken off. This is the one that I'm about to put on. This is the original one, and if you look here, you'll see that it has different operations. So I think what's happening is that this one here is set to only respond when the left window is picked up, whereas this one here is set to respond to the right hand side, so it's sending the wrong signal. So that clearly is the wrong module. If my theory is right, when I put this on the car, we should see the window work. So let's give that a try. Okay, so we put the right module back on now, and I've put the door card on. Look at that. Window works, although the glass is not in properly, but it's working, and that's the main thing. And so if I go to the other side, I should be able to get the window. There it is. I can hear it working, and then the back one, that's working as well. So that's what it was, window module. Got to get the right one for the right side. So that is brilliant, perfect, very happy with that, all working. Now it's for the wings. So hey, this is the interesting bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to soft fit the wing, and I'm going to see if I can just hammer it in place. So let's go do that now. But at least the main thing here is that this window is working perfectly on all sides. So that's one job done, and we know we can put that to bed now. Okay, now for the wings. Okay, so in terms of the wing, I'm actually okay with that now. When I did a test fit just a second ago, you saw me hitting it with the hammer. It's coming in such a way that it's actually now pretty much lined up. So I'm going to leave the wing for now, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do any more now until it's painted and I come to do the final fitment. So the only job that I got left to do now is to clean out all the rubbish that's in the car, and at the moment there is a lot. So I've got to take all this glass out. I'm going to take out all the under tray, and I've got to just give it a good proper clean, because the back seat, if I show you the back seat, you'll be shocked. It is absolutely covered in mould. You can see all that. So I'm going to clean this up now. I'm going to use some Finest interior cleaner and a hoover. So it is pretty bad, but it needs to be done, because what I don't want to do is give the car to the guys in a terrible state and You know, no one wants to work in a car full of mold, so although it's going to the body shop, I want it to look as good as possible, so we can at least get it back in a semi-decent state and have not so much to do. So let's do that. So in the back of this car, it's full of dog hairs. So a really effective way of getting rid of dog hairs is using this product here. It's called Speedy Stone. Now, you can't, it's very difficult to get in the UK. I got this one from the US. So I'm gonna find a link for a UK supply and put it in. But in terms of hair gathering, this is the most effective way I found in all the years that I've been doing cleaning or detailing of a car, to actually gather the hairs of a dog or pet without causing you a heck of a lot of work. So let's give this one a little try and we can have a look at the results. Okay, so the back is slightly better. I haven't given it a thorough clean. It's more so to give it just a good enough clean to get it to the body shop and for them not to get in the car and feel disgusted. So it is better than it was. So now let's deal with the main culprit, the mold. Okay, prepare yourself, folks. We're gonna see how bad the mold is in this car. Okay. Woo! That is pretty bad. Fortunately, this mold is dead because we've treated the car with ozone. So what you're seeing here is just the remnants of the spores that are left in the car. So I'm going to give this a clean. I'm not going to be wearing a face mask. However, I would strongly recommend you doing so. It's a very windy day. You may have probably picked that up by the sound that's coming through the windsock here on my mic. But normally I would recommend you doing this with a face mask on just to protect yourself. So I'm going to start from the other side. Yeah, I'll start from the other side and then work my way through. And I'm going to be using my trusty Auto Finesse interior cleaner along with the Hoover. Okay, so car is now cleaner. It still needs a proper clean. This is just a light clean to get it in a reasonable state before it gets dirty again from the body shop. But basically the mold is now gone for most of the car. When we get the car back, we'll be going through a proper detail where we're going to take the seats out and give them a thorough wet clean in preparation for sale. But at the moment they're in a much better condition. Okay, so that's it now. So now I'm going to load up all the bits in the car, get it in the garage, and this car is now ready to be picked up first thing in the morning by Bernie, the pickup driver. Oh, by the way, here's a tip. So I've got lots of screws, as you can imagine, for all the sides, and what I've done, I've got this little screw box here, and inside all the different screws for the different parts of the car, and I know exactly where they go. So handy tool, a handy thing to have when you're collecting the screws, so that you can make sure that you put them back together. Also, I've left this loose. This is the clamp which clamps down the connector, so that when they take the doors off to paint them, they can they're in a reasonable and ready state. Okay, let's get this back in the garage, and that's it done for today. Monday. Right, okay, the car is now done and is now ready to be taken away to be painted. So the next stage of this car is going to be the reassembly when we get that car back, when we get this car back rather. So that's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe down here and thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. This has been a labour of love getting this car this far. We've still got a myriad of things to go through because there's a whole lot of error lights that have come up. But the next time you should see this car, it will be a different, the same colour all around and in a much better place. So I'm really looking forward to that. Next week is going to be an interesting video. The car probably won't be here. So next week we're going to do a beginner's guide on how to use Copart. And that's by popular demand. I've been getting a lot of questions by you guys about how you get into buying cars from Copart. So I'm going to give you a comprehensive guide on some of the pros and cons of Copart and what you need to look out for. And we're going to take a look at some of the other YouTubers and some of the perils that they've come across in terms of their Copart experience. And the whole purpose of that is so you don't have to make the same mistakes that all of us have made, and believe me, I've made mistakes as well. So like I said, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next Monday. Have a good week.